Good evening, my people. Welcome back to the MJR11 channel. I really thank you guys for all the support. We just reached 110 subscribers, and I'm really grateful. So, guys, let's try and get it to 200 subscribers. I'm really grateful to you. So keep on supporting. How you support this channel is by liking, subscribing, and leaving a beautiful comment. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I would like to introduce my brother, my broski, the legend himself, Prince Ikechukwu. Woo! How you doing, broski?
No, I'm good, broski. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. How the exams going, bro?
The exams are alright. We finished a few weeks ago, just waiting upon the results.
All right. That's good. That's good. Let's talk football, man. Let's get straight into it, man. So the Fulham vs Manchester City game. What do you think about the game, bro? Like, how did you see it?
I can't lie, that was one of the craziest games I've watched. 5-4. You see,
Yeah,
when Man City were winning 5-1, I never expected Fulham to try come back. I thought the game was over, maybe 6-7-1. But you saw the goals from Chukwueze, Iwobi, quality.
Chukwueze, man. Chukwueze just came on and changed the game. That was a very good substitution by Silva, Marco Silva. He just brought on Chukwueze and Chukwueze turned everything up a notch. I'm very sure Pep Guardiola was like, "What the hell is going on? What the hell is happening?" He came out and said that like his hair was falling out. Like I was like, "Ha." Pep Guardiola did not even see anything. They're very lucky because that game could have easily gone the wrong direction. I don't know why. I don't know why they let that game slip just like that, but it's actually good. It's very good to see Fulham coming back like that. But that was a very entertaining Premier League game. So
Yeah.
can you tell me what do you think about the defensive issues? Like,
No,
why does this keep on happening to Man City? They haven't had I think Ruben Diaz was playing, they haven't had John Stones in the squad. Like the defense is just looking like a shell. Man City was synonymous to like having a very good and powerful defense. But now, when you look at the defense, you actually ask yourself, what is going on? Like, what's happening? So let me know your thoughts, man.
we know Pep. Like back in the days, whenever his team's winning 1-0, 2-0, he's able to control the game with the team. But now I actually put it down to defensive errors. Because if we go back to the Leeds games, the mistake by Mateus Nunes and the penalty given away by Gavadio, very silly mistakes. It's errors by your own players and it's causing them. Yesterday's match, the goals were quality, but they should have been able to stop them. They should have got out to the ball quicker, apply pressure. Because Chukwueze had the time, all the time in the world, at the edge of the box just to slap it in. So that's what I really think.
Oh, bro. That's a very good observation, bro. What do you think of Haaland's goal, man? The way Phil Foden is back now, at least it releases the pressure off Haaland. So at least allow Haaland to, get a bit of a rest because Haaland has been taking up the pressure, carrying Man City on his back. But now Phil Foden came in, scored a brace. Who else scored? Haaland scored one too.
Uh,
I heard that, Haaland got an offside, and I saw a crazy stat, man. I saw a stat where they were like, this is the first time Haaland has been offside in a game since, I think, 2023 against Sheffield United.
now
Just imagine, bro.
I
For the
saw,
first, imagine.
I saw the stat and I was completely shocked. Now, I thought offside was a regular occurrence, but seemingly the movement of Haaland is quality and he knows what he's doing basically. But you see that first goal, it was a very good goal by Haaland, the way he slapped it in. But I want to give props to Johnny Reinders. That little thing he did where he skipped the ball, let it go to Haaland. That was brilliant. High IQ with that.
Bro, that was class, man. That was class. That was class. But do you think, can I ask you something now? Like, the way Arsenal's playing and the way Chelsea's playing, um, Arsenal's pushing right ahead, blasting right ahead. Like right now, nobody can catch them. Even though Man City now, since they won the game, they're like just about, let's say, 3 points behind Arsenal. Do you think Man City have the squad? They have the squad to actually challenge Arsenal for the title, compete within that race? Because I think they're one injury away in the defense from losing the whole plot. What do you think, man?
No, firstly, I'm a Chelsea fan, right? But I have to be honest. I think Arsenal might win the league. The team they have, the squad depth Arsenal have this season, back before, past 2 seasons, the team has not been able to really cope when people like key players like Bukayo Saka gets injured, Saliba gets injured. They've not been able to cope. But now they have Enrique, Mascara. They have covered every single position. So I think they could go all the way. As for City, games against Leeds where they scored last minute shows that they might not be able to go all the way. Later on in the season, they might start not be able to win those games.
Yeah.
But I really think Arsenal might win the season. I don't want to say Chelsea is also in the title race because at Stamford Bridge, we had a good game against them, but we were home. So we have to see what we do away at the Emirates.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, bro, to be honest, our game against Arsenal, man, was quite a crazy game because it could have gone wrong. You saw that red card Caicedo got, like, what the hell was he doing, man?
You can see
What the hell was Caicedo thinking?
from the first whistle, he was fired up. I think it's the comparisons between him and Declan Rice. He wanted to show he's the better midfielder. But ultimately backfired on him, went into a silly challenge, a ball he was never gonna win.
Yeah, he was just hungry. Like, he was really, really hungry to show himself. Was really, really hungry to show he was the best. He was hungry to show Declan Rice that he's the top dog in this competition. That he's the midfielder to be. He's the midfielder to look out for. But he overdid it too much, and it really, really got to us. It really, really affected us. But at the same time, we went down to 10 man, and we still stood strong. We still stood right there in the game. We still strong. Like, what do you think about, the Esteval substitution? The little tweaks and tinks by removing Esteval, bringing on Ganacho, uh, set the way Enzo Maresca set us up. Like, what do you think about that? Like, how do you think he did it? Like, do you think, like, what would you rate Enzo Maresca's tactical analysis of the game
That
for the
match,
second half?
that match, his analysis was a 10 out of 10. Before he's been criticized by me, by other Chelsea fans for the decisions he makes. But that match, he got it spot on. Taking off Esteval, we got Garnacho who's quicker, who can break on the counter-attack, and who's more defensively minded, so you attract back. Bringing on Delap for João Pedro gave us more of a physical presence because they took him off in the 54th minute so early into the second half. Because we had the ball, we need someone to hold it up. Although Arsenal managed to score a few minutes later, was still very well done. Especially the tweak putting Reece James in midfield, as he's been doing that lately. It worked out perfectly for us.
Yeah, but, like, we're Chelsea fans, but we have to speak a bit about Arsenal. Like, what do you think Arsenal did wrong in the game? Because I think Arsenal should have capitalized on the chance to take out Chelsea, take out Chelsea out of the race, blow the points, create the gap that they need to solidify themselves at the front runners for the title. They didn't take their chances. Saka, where was Saka? There's a few players that were missing. I just didn't get it. Like, why is it that they couldn't beat Chelsea, especially now that Chelsea were 10 man down? Let me know your thoughts, bro.
Honestly, when we went down to 10 men, I thought the match was over. I thought we were going to be wiped out, maybe 2, 3-0. But I think Arsenal, they lacked the desire to win. They were just passing around. They weren't getting into good positions.
The desire, interesting.
Yeah. So
Explain a little bit more. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean they lack the desire to win?
you could see the way Arsenal were playing. They weren't hammering Chelsea. Chelsea was still going for it, was still playing. I feel like when things get easy for Arsenal, they tend to ease up the pressure, let the guards down, so they just play. Because allowing Chelsea to score that first goal was a big mistake. Without that goal, Chelsea could never have even gained a point. You expect people who
Yeah,
you expect
yeah,
people who are trying
yeah,
to
yeah. You're
contend us,
right. No, continue.
you expect people who are trying to contend us, hammer. You have to take opportunities like this. These are teams that win the league. These moments when they're not playing well, they still get the job done. That's how City won five Premier League titles. That's what they do. But Arsenal,
Mm.
they lack that, and they need to improve upon it. Maybe you could say some key players were out,
Yeah,
but
because, like, if Arsenal don't take the chances like this, man, if they don't take the chances like this, Chelsea 10 man down, they should have won the game. If they don't take chances like these, I don't know how they expect to win the league. Because, like, this is the difference between Arsenal and Man City of the years. This is like you said, this is the difference between Arsenal and Man City, Arsenal and Liverpool. When things like this happen, they take the chances, they take it by the neck, and they kill the game. They score so many goals. I was really surprised, but what can I say? We're Chelsea, right? And this is what we do. We compete, we fight.
The passion,
That's Chelsea for you. That's just facts, man. We come with passion, and we don't lose. We
hundred
don't
percent.
lose. Over the years, we've been doubted by, we've been insulted. Gary Neville has said some, calling us bottle jobs, calling us
David
like,
Carragher,
he said billion
yeah,
dollars bottle job. Like,
Africa.
like there's nothing that these guys have not said about Chelsea. But look at us, man. We're competing right there. We're neck and neck. So yeah, we're gonna go all the way. All the Arsenal fans should just stay on their toes, because any mistake, any slip up, we're right there. It's either gonna be us, it's either gonna be Man City, and there's still some other teams. Like, the gaps is not too much. The gap from second to, like, let's say second to seventh. Everybody's still involved. Everybody's still in the play. So hey, Arsenal, all the Arsenal fans, stay on your toes. Stay on your toes. All right, bro. So, let's talk about, the upcoming games tomorrow. We have Arsenal versus Brentford. We have Brighton versus Aston Villa. We have Burnley versus Crystal Palace, and we have Wolves versus Nottingham Forest. And lastly, we have Chelsea versus Leeds. So I'm gonna need you to give me score predictions for these games, broski. That's what we're gonna do right now. Starting off with Arsenal versus Brentford. Let me know, what do you think? Who do you think is gonna win, man? Give me a score prediction.
I think Arsenal should take the win. Brentford are really strong at home, by the way. They're a bit poor. It's the Emirates. I'm going 3-1 Arsenal or 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
No, hey, Arsenal fans, I'm sorry for laughing. I'm sorry for laughing. No, I think it's gonna be 2-2. That's gonna be 2-2. So I'm gonna write that 2-2. Yeah. Okay. So for you, you think 3-0, for me 2-2. What about the Brighton versus Aston Villa?
Well, that would be a very close
Both of them,
game.
at a point, both of them started off well. I mean, except for Aston Villa. Aston Villa just, I think, like, just the last few game weeks recently scored and started picking up some points, started picking up some momentum. I think they had a really, really poor start to the season. Morgan Rogers nowhere to be found. The whole squad nowhere to be found. Like, where were they? But all of a sudden, they're racking up some points, and they're right behind us. It's quite crazy. It's really, really quite crazy. But what do you like? Give me your score predictions for the game, man.
Well, it's going to be a very close game. As you said, Aston Villa started the season poor. They're picking up form, which left them before this game. They were fourth place, I believe. But it's going to be a very tight game. I believe a 1-1 will do both the teams justice.
1-1. I think this game will be 2-1 to Aston Villa. I think Aston Villa have enough to get this game in the bag. With the way they've been playing in the last few games, I think they're back and they're ready to fight. So I think this game will be 2-1 to Aston Villa. What about Burnley versus Crystal Palace? I think I should go first, man. I think this is going to be a very, very easy game for Crystal Palace. I think this game is going to be 3-0. 3-0 for Crystal Palace. But these type of games are never easy, though. But I think Crystal Palace have this one easily in the bag. 3-0 to Crystal Palace. What do you think, man?
Well, that's the beauty of the Premier League. No match is ever easy. Burnley at home might look like an easy fixture on paper, but turning up to Turf Moor, I think they'll give Crystal Palace a run for their money. But I believe Crystal Palace have enough to get them over the line with Mateta. I believe Sar's out with an injury, but they have Yeremy Pino. I believe 2-0 Crystal Palace.
Mm. 2-0 Crystal Palace. I agree. For sure, man. For sure, man. And then, Wolves for Nottingham Forest. I don't think I'm gonna watch this game, to be honest, because, like, I'm not really no, no, no. What do you think about the score prediction, man? Wolves versus Nottingham Forest, bro. I think this is the battle at the bottoms. Nottingham Forest it's been crazy for them, man, because their owner's been doing all sort of crazy things, and it's really affecting the team right now. But hopefully they survive the season, because I have a feeling they might get relegated. But I think they're doing all right. They're not too bad right now.
Yeah, for
As for
sure.
Wolves are cooked, man. Wolves are cooked, bro. Wolves are at the bottom, bro. Like, what's going on? I don't even know what's going on with them, bro. It's just crazy and sad. Like, yeah. So, score predictions, my guy.
Well, I feel it's gonna be a boring match, you know. Could be a 0-0 or 1-0 to Nottingham Forest, you know. Both teams are at the bottom, towards the bottom. Wolves are lost, haven't won a single game in the Premier League. Got a new manager in Rob Edwards, which I believe was a dumb decision by Rob Edwards himself, because Middlesbrough were flying high in the Championship. What can we say? Nottingham Forest, Sean Dyche. It's gonna be a boring game, but I give it 1-0 Forest.
1-0 Forest. For me, yeah, I'll go 0-0. I'll go 0-0. I think the game will be shared, the points will be shared. So yeah, I'll go 0-0 for that game. And then the big one, the main one, the must watch. Chelsea vs Leeds, my guy. Now, before we go to the score predictions, tell me what you think. What do you think the team is gonna look like? What do you think What do you think which team Enzo Maresca needs to put out to get a good game and to get the 3 points?
Well, one thing I heard is that Cole Palmer will be starting, so that's good news for all Chelsea fans. We hope to see him
Yes,
along. We
sir.
hope to see
Yes,
him
sir.
alongside
That's what we're
Isabel.
talking about, my boy. Yes,
Hope to see him
sir. Yes,
alongside.
sir. That's what I'm talking about, my
Yeah.
boy.
But I
Yes,
think
sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
I,
Yeah.
I think Palmer will start. I feel like they'll give a run out to Delap. I think João Pedro will be on the bench. Garnacho, Pedro Neto. I think Reece James will be on the bench also. It'll probably be a midfield of Andre Santos and Enzo Fernandez with the back line of Chalaba, Tosin, left back Kukurea, and right back Gusto with Robo Sanchez in goal.
Robert Sanchez in goal. What do you think of Robin Sanchez's performance as of late? This was somebody that people heavily criticized. This is somebody that people did not believe in. This is somebody that even the Chelsea fans that once upon a time turned against. But look at the performances right now. Look at what this guy's cooking. Look at what this guy's doing. That's my boy, Robert Sanchez. Robert Sanchez, to be honest, I mean, he's not far from being number one in the league right now, but he's making me proud. As a Chelsea fan, I'm really proud of Robert Sanchez. To be honest, he even kept us up in the game. He really kept us in the game. He really helped us to stay in the game. Because without him, who knows what the score would have been and who knows where it would have been. That was such a crazy game. He made some crazy saves. I'm like, wow. Wow, is that really Robert Sanchez? What happened to you? Let me know what you think about this guy, man. Because, man, no, I'm just proud. I'm just proud, man, for real.
No, I'm one of the Chelsea fans, I must admit, and I'm ready to take it. I wanted him out. Just before the Club World Cup, we were linked to Mike Majan of AC Milan. I believe the deal was closed, but he never got over the line. So I was really disappointed we didn't get him.
Yeah, it didn't materialize, yeah.
I was disappointed with that, but his performance Club World Cup, I saw it started to pick up. Now this season, he's been top two keepers in the world. I believe top two, and he's not number
Yes,
three.
sir. Yes.
Because the saves he made against Arsenal were crucial. I don't know if we pinpointed it, but the save he made from Martinelli just before half time, had that gone in, the game was over for Chelsea.
Hmm.
That alone kept us in.
Over, man.
Brilliant. He's been brilliant. So props to
Yeah.
him.
No, kudos to Robert Sanchez. Kudos to Robert Sanchez. W Robert Sanchez. W Robert Sanchez. Um, there's another point I'd like to, bring up to you. What do you think about the strike pairing between Delap and João Pedro? Because if you have noticed, like in one of my videos, I did mention how they really struggle to connect with one another. Not only that, they tend to be very, very selfish and greedy up front. Because I don't know why they can't work together. Because you notice once they took off João Pedro, they brought on Maguire. He came on and created a brilliant assist. This was our game against
Burnley.
Burnley. He came on, provided a beautiful assist for Enzo Fernandez to score, and that's what we've been looking for the whole game. That's what we need. We need teamwork right now. We need everybody to put their heads together and fight because this Premier League race is not going to be easy. This Premier League is not going to be simple. This Premier League race is not going to be just a walk in the park. No. No, this is a battle. this is a serious battle, and everybody needs to put their head together. So when I saw, uh, how Jao Pedro would refuse to cross it in for Delap, instead he would just cut in and start dribbling a whole bunch of players, or Delap would be shooting out from like so far. I'm like, no, that's not how we're supposed to do it. I was very, very disappointed in their performances in the game at Chelsea vs Burnley. But yeah, let me know what you think, man.
Well, personally, I know Joao Pedro's not a outright number 9. He's more of a 10. But with Palmer coming back, that only leaves me to either player on the wings or striker. And we have Pedro Neto, Esteval, Garnacho, Gittins. Those positions are already filled. So it's most likely he's going to go to number 9, which is a competition now between him and Delap, right? For me personally, I think we need Delap rather than Joao Pedro because Joao Pedro is not a typical number 9. He's more creative. He likes to play a false 9 or drop into the 10. But with Palmer, who has a free role, I believe you can't be doing that. So I'd rather have a proper number 9 who goes out and about, winning all the headers, jumping, fighting for every ball, and puts it in the back of the net. Dilap's been injured for some time, right? But now he's coming back.
Oh
I'm going to
wow!
play more of him.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say you prefer to have? Sorry, who was that? You prefer to have Delap up front, or was
Um,
it you said you prefer to have Jao Pedro up front?
I prefer to have Liam Delap up front. He's more of a striker.
Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. Delap is such he's raw. He's an unfinished product, He brings energy, he brings pace, he brings aggressiveness. But I don't think he has his shooting boots on just as of yet. You know, I think that if Cole Palmer's to come back into the squad and Esteban and Cole Palmer's to work together and create some magic, I think Jao Pedro will get some quality goals. He'll get in a few goals. I definitely trust that. As for Delap, I'm not fully confident in him. I think he's a bit too rash. I think he's a bit too and trust me, the energy is good and everything, but like sometimes he can lose his heads, and that just comes with like lack of experience. He's just a new and upcoming player. He had a very good season with Ipswich, but that was a very, very interesting point. Like, very, very interesting. But yeah, elaborate on that, my guy.
Well, I feel like
Why?
I'm
Why do you think he's the best option?
I feel like I'm more old school. I like a proper number 9 that gets out and about. João Pedro, he's not able to do that because he's more of a 10, a playmaker, right? And Chelsea, we need goals. If you look at the past, we had Drogba, we had Diego
Mm.
Costa, Torres. Well, Torres didn't do much, but we had
Yeah,
proper
yeah.
number 9s who get in the box, and when the chance comes to them, they finish it. And I feel like Delap has the potential to reach
Mm-hmm.
that level. He is raw, he's young, but he needs to play games to develop. And that's what I believe. That's why I personally believe he's a better option up front. It's not because of my FPL.
Okay, okay. Okay, I agree. I agree. That's interesting. That's a very, very interesting point. But we'll see, man. As long as we win, as long as we get the 3 points, right? That's the main thing, right?
100%. 100%. Win any way possible.
100%. So, all right. To conclude, thank you so much. Yeah. All right. To conclude, thank you so much for joining us in our community, and we really appreciate it. So, all of you guys, his socials will be in the link in my bio down below. Please give him the follows. Go and send some love to him, and I'm gonna try my best to have him more regularly on my channel. As you can see, he has the best knowledge. Yeah, that's my brother, Prince. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming to my channel, man. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
And yeah, thank you for the support, guys. Once again, my people, please leave a like, please subscribe, and please comment. Let me know what you guys think about today's conversation. As for me and my broski, hey, yo, Prince, we're out, man.
Well,
Take care, guys.